Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. I figured I'd start us off with something that you might not even know existed and might very well be the rarest item in my collection. This, as you can see, is Gasgano's Pod Racer, and it's a very interesting way to get this. It was a gift with purchase, but you had to jump through a few hoops. And the one other person that I actually talked to about this, who also received one, agreed that it seemed kind of scammy at the time. I learned about this through a Facebook post, and I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a try. Before I go too far into that, this is technically set number 6556842, Gasgano's Pod Racer. As you can see here, it is an official set with official instructions. It has 150 pieces, and if you're looking to get it, it is currently on Bricklink, only US listings. There are 7 of them, although when I looked up the price 2 days ago, there were only 5. The lowest one is $69. Nice. And the highest one is $89.99. 2 days ago when I looked, the lowest one was $69.99. And it seems they've added 2 additional ones, one at $69 even, and one at $69.90. So I think those people are just trying to get them to sell by undercutting the lowest listing. In the month and a half it has been out, there have been 31 sold. This is actually the first time I've looked at the sold listings on a set before. I didn't even know they had it. But the lowest one that ever sold was priced at $40, and the highest that somebody bought it at was $70. And so when I got mine, I checked it about 2 days afterwards, and they had 5 listings, and it was $55 for the lowest one. So, the prices are kind of going up. That's mostly because of how obscure this set is. And to really drive home how obscure this was, I heard about it through a Facebook post about how to get it. And what you had to do was you had to go to Walmart and buy at least $65 worth of Lego Star Wars sets. But only the ones on a spreadsheet that you could download would qualify. And so I went and got the midi-scale Millennium Falcon, which I needed a whole bunch of. I think it was the 5th one I bought. But up here where I'm at, we have sales tax. And instead of buying it through Costco, where it was like $72 total, I had to pay $92 total. So it wasn't exactly cheap for me to get. But I digress. So what you had to do is you had to buy $65 worth of Lego Star Wars sets from Walmart, and then either email a picture of the receipt or upload that picture to the submission site. And then they would verify it, and within about 2 days, at least in my experience, they would tell you if it was verified or not, and you'd be submitted. And it is my understanding there are only 20,000 of this set available. And it was only for purchases between a 2 or 3 week window in November. And mine was kind of near the second half of that window. And yeah, it did seem kind of scammy. But I looked through everything on the site, and it had all the Lego copyright stuff on it. It seemed to have all the right legal language, as far as a layman could say. And yeah, said it was a valid thing, and if I was one of the people to get one, look for it in the next 30 days in the mail. And I didn't think much of it after that. I kind of forgot about it. In about 2.5 weeks-ish, 3 weeks later, I checked the mail, and I had a yellow padded envelope And I was a little confused because I hadn't had any active Bricklink orders at the time, so I wasn't expecting any Lego. But I could tell it was Lego when I pulled it out of the mailbox. And sure, and I didn't recognize who it was coming from. It's like, whatever. I open it up, and sure enough, in this right here, this is the packaging. It's just the Lego Ziploc pouch that you get like pick-a-brick orders from Lego from in. It was, instructions, the pieces, and the thank you. And I was like, wow, it's actually real. And here it is. It's kind of adorable, really. This is built to fit with the Anakin and Sebulbus Pod Racers diorama that just came out, which I don't have, but once it goes on sale, I will be picking it up, just so I can add this to it. There's nothing on this set that is not, easily available except for this piece. That's the only one that's unique. Everything else, as far as I can tell, because there's no parts list available on Bricklink, you do have the instructions. The back of it has the parts list, but you'd have to manually check everything. Yeah, I think this would be easily buildable by anybody. It's just the 2x10 black brick right here that has Gasgano's Pod Racer printed on it. That is actually what makes it worth anything. You can buy the instructions. I haven't looked at what they're listed at. I didn't think it'd be important. Because why buy the instructions if you just buy the whole set? But like I said, on Bricklink, there is no parts list on the page for Gasgano's Pod Racer, so there's no way of telling how much they're listing that piece for. Which means there is no listing for that piece. So getting this the full thing is literally the only way to get it. And like I said, there were 20,000 available, but that doesn't show how many people actually got it. It depends on who saw the posts, because I don't know exactly where the original announcement was. I saw it like third hand through Facebook. So there's no telling who actually saw it, no telling who went through with it, because like I said, it did seem kind of scammy. Because I've never heard of them doing anything like this before. I've certainly never done it before. Yeah, so I have no idea. It's only been out for, like I said, not even 2 months now. And they've had 31 sold. There are 7 currently listed, so it was a very, very small sample size. So I'm assuming here, but I am gonna just say, in my mind, I think this is the rarest set that I own, and I just think that's pretty stinking cool. I've been rambling, but I'm gonna let you guys see this a little better. Hopefully, you're still here. Yeah, it only attaches to the base by that one post. It's kind of iffy, but yeah, it's just a brick built base and the diorama scale pod racer. It's really neat. Building the front was pretty cool. Very good snot technique for that. And this prompted me to plan a mock that hopefully I can get to. I've got so many other projects I wanted to get started on that one's sort of just a side thing for when I have time, but maybe one day I'll get to it. Like everything else that I've said, I might get to at some point. I've got a backlog of ideas. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm glad I got it. So like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.